What's going on? It's Justeeni here. This was supposed to be a video showing how Cymanti can be really annoying for Polaris players. It's like a very funny matchup check. If they don't know what they're doing, they can get humiliated by Cymanti on Archipelago. So I queued into some games on a small Archipelago. And spoiler alert, nobody was playing Polaris that day. And I don't have enough time to sit around and wait for people to play Polaris. So this is what you're getting instead. You're going to see why people don't play Cymanti despite the Polaris matchup existing. Here's Cymanti against Kiku. I will have more than one game, but here's the first one. And I'm doing it in this particular order because that's how I feel like doing it. It'll make sense as we go along. Just bear with me. So I go Hydrology because I have to. Like, very insightful, am I right? Yeah, climbing. There's a ruin. Yay, I want the ruin. And I want the lighthouse. I meet them, which is pretty timely. I step on the ruin, yada yada. Explore, does its thing. And of course, because the opponent is Kiku, but they're not actually even like playing that well. They should have way more than 2 cities at this point. They should have known that there are other cities like here. They know that there's one like here as well. I'm at least kind of denying them the port, but then I'm like trying to expand here. And this is like one thing with Cymanti. Like, Algae is like better bridge, but like also kind of not, because you can't use it outside of borders, and it really sucks because I have to get Reichi just to get anything going. And Reichi are alright, but that's all they are. They're just alright. And you're playing a tribe that has a pretty slow economy, all things considered. And not really anything to support Reichi. I go Oceanology, get the Starfish. It's like the one plus side of Reichi being so cheap, at least, is you get that. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting out expanded like really brutally, despite the fact that they expanded really terribly in the early game. Like, now I go Recycling Org because I want to get a Centipede. They have this ruin here already. They just like snuck around and got it. So that's cool, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna have 5 cities. Yippee. They're gonna have more than 5 cities. And also a ton of... Like, they have forestry. You're not supposed to even be doing this on Archipelago, but how am I supposed to punish them? I'm Cymanti. I go Network because I actually unironically want Clathrus here, because I don't see a world where I'm winning the late game without Clathrus. And I don't see a world where I'm winning before the late game, so... I'm just hoping that this opponent allows me to get away with it. I get the Explorer. It's going to give me my Centipede, which will give me my Park of Fortune, which will be very useful, hopefully. We're walking in with the Juggernaut, which I don't really like. I prefer if they didn't do that. Now, I do my thing there. I decided to attack with this Reichi. This is actually a mistake. You'll see why in a little bit. I kind of wish I hadn't done it. It's not going to magically win the game if I don't attack with the Reichi, but maybe it would. Maybe they'd like resign, because I have this really funny play here. And this is why I attacked with the Reichi, because, oh, I have the Warrior. They're going to kill the Reichi, but my Warrior's going to be here. It's going to hit this Giant, which changes the direction it's facing. Currently, it would push to this tile, but if I hit this Giant from this tile here, it'll actually push here. I convert it. I'm happy. I still most definitely lose the game, but at least I get the content. Now, the opponent plays their turn. They almost run out of time, but they manage to kill this Warrior. It's extremely expensive, but maybe they either noticed it, or they just felt like killing the Warrior because they hate me. But now, in order to get the push off and change the direction it's facing, I have to do this extremely absurd play. I have 30 stars, so... like, I can afford to do this, but this feels so bad because I have to waste my Centipede. Also misplayed by doing this here. It should have been, I guess here. That would still work. And then, like, yada yada, I would heal my Centipede. Or, well, I guess I heal the Giant instead. It doesn't matter. I literally resign the turn after because my super units die and I have a single Giant to my name. What am I supposed to do here? Anyway, I got the funny push at least, so that was something. But that's the Cymanti Archipelago experience, but don't leave yet because there's more. So I'll go ahead and cut to that. Alright, so once again, the Cymanti Archipelago, and it's against Kiku again. Yeah, you thought it was going to be like a Koran or something. No, we still can't have nice things. This matchup sucks, and I'm going to lose it. However, the spawn's actually looking pretty good, so maybe things will be different. Maybe my spawn was just really terrible last time, even though it actually wasn't that bad. But now I go exploring, and my shaman finds nothing. That's great. I was really hoping for something. Well, now I find something. I meet the opponent, and they're right there, and... Well... That's great. I think I'm losing my shaman, guys. I at least get the nice upgrade. And I can use my boosted warrior, get that ruin real quick. And they're going to hit, and they send a boat there, which means I know my shaman is dead, because they're going to make a scout. I get a pop ruin, though. And it's pop ruin. This pop ruin is huge. It is huge. Humongous, even. Because this is my only out. Like, my shaman is dead. I'm stuck on 3 cities. They're expanding me. Like they're out expanding like crazy. And this opponent is, like, no slouch when it comes to elo, too. So... that I'm expecting to get thoroughly demolished, because the opponent kind of knows how to play the game, and that's all you need to beat Cymanti on Archipelago. But I have this 1 centipede and a dream. And also Pescatism, I guess. That's not really going to solve any problems, but I have it. But they make a warrior here, and maybe, just maybe, I get another pop ruin, which I certainly can't complain about. Maybe I get another centipede at some point. Not right now, but maybe later. They don't train a warrior on my capital. They see this centipede. They know what's up. I step on this village as a distraction, get ready to step on their capital, get ready to siege here, and suddenly they've got a lot of problems to deal with. They do take the warrior out on this village and get the lighthouse at the same time, but they make a warrior here on this city, probably expecting me to walk in the capital, but I'm not going to walk in the capital, because I know that they have been taking a ton of cities. They probably just slam Grand Bazaar to get the giant. Like, I mean, just the population already. It's 1 pop from upgrading as is. And they definitely have a lot more population they can add to that city. I'm not a silly Billy. I'm not going to siege that city. I'm going to siege the one that they can't unsiege. And yeah, they actually just resigned on the spot because they in fact cannot unsiege. And yeah, I guess I won. All it took was a land connection from the opponent's capital to mine. Plenty of fish in my capital. Getting the lighthouse off the explorer. Getting a pop ruin. And my opponent not being the best at the game. But we did it. And I will probably never win against Kiku ever again as Cymanti on Archipelago, because maybe one day I'll find a Polaris. But that day is not today. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub. And have a good one.